These are 5 bets that you have to have for the big game. And don't forget, we're doing a live stream on YouTube during the big game, betting every single play of the entire game. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any. The first bet is a prop bet. Now, obviously, last year the Chiefs won the Super Bowl and they poured out purple, which it was the first time somebody had poured purple Gatorade in 11 years. But let's not forget, when the Chiefs won Super Bowl 54, they did pour out orange. Now, Kyle Shanahan has already answered the question. What's his favorite Gatorade?
Gatorade? I like orange.
Plus, in the history of the big game, orange is the most popular color that has been poured on the winning coat. Now, the next bet to look at in this game, and it's a bet that I make every single year in the big game, is the coin flip. Now, as always, I'm rocking with tails. And the first thing that I want to say about this, do not bet this on a book if it has it minus anything. You should be getting this at plus 100, and that is it. And I promise you, if you look and shop around at different books, you will find one that has it at plus 100. Now, in the history of the big game, tails is leading the series up 30 to heads 27. Now, last year was tails, and before that, it took a couple of years. But I expect the tails dynasty to march on this season. Plus, tails never fails. Why would you bet on something that doesn't have a catchy little phrase like that? What rhymes with heads? Beds? Now, the last prop bet that we'll cover before we get into the game is, of course, the National Anthem. And if you don't know, Reba McEntire, the legend herself, will be singing. Now, if you look at some of the books that have released some lines or even some articles that have had lines in them that haven't been released up to this point, you can tell it's a little bit too high. Let me take you back to the year 1974 when Reba did one of her first public national anthems. Then when you go through all of her anthems from that point, essentially every single one of them is between the seconds of 70 and 80. Now, people always assume there's going to be more held notes. They're going to kind of cake it a little bit up there and really get that TV time, but not Miss McIntyre. She don't need TV time. She's had plenty of it. She's just here to put on a damn good show for the American people. Take the under. Now to move on to a prop bet of a player in this game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be Christian McCaffrey over 90.5 rushing yards. He eclipsed this 10 times this past season, and that doesn't even include the 3 to 4 games that he was injured in or missed. The Chiefs' rush defense has been their only real Achilles heel to this great defense. The Niners should have a run-heavy game plan coming into this game, especially with the younger quarterback. And, of course, you want to keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands at all costs possible. So I don't see how Christian McCaffrey doesn't blow by 100 rushing yards. I love Christian McCaffrey's over 90.5 rushing yards. And the 5th play in this video, and a play that I have been eyeing down, 49ers money line. Listen, say what you want about the Chiefs. I know how great they've been. I know the dynasty that they are trying to build. And I know the Niners have the younger quarterback, a lot of younger guys in the team, but they still obviously have some absolute dogs and one of the best rosters in the NFL. But I just don't buy the Chiefs. If you even look at the path of how they got here, they had to face my Miami Dolphins.
Maybe we won't even fucking make the game.
We fucking made it. We almost didn't make it. We fucking made it.
In one of the coldest games in NFL history. Then they had to go face the Bills, who everybody thinks is good. And I mean, it happens every year. Everyone thinks that Josh Allen and the Bills are good. And I'm here to tell you, they are never good, and they will never do anything significant. So I'm not accounting those 2 wins as massive wins for them to get to the point that they are at right now. Say what you want about the Niners, but they are the much more dynamic offense right now, especially. Patrick Mahomes has only passed over 261 yards a couple of times this season, and he is going to have to blow by that to beat the 49ers. That being said, I kind of like Pat Mahomes under passing yards, but we won't talk about that. So I love the Niners to go out and get it done here, not just carried by the defense, but I think they're going to really be carried by the rush game. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to have a monster game for the 49ers and win the big game MVP. Once again, make sure you guys comment down below your favorite plays in the big game this weekend. Of course, hit that subscribe button so you never miss anything, and don't miss our live stream the day of the big game, betting every single play. Let's cash some tickets, baby.